Hello and welcome to this edition of Coaching Corner. My name is Darren Kittleson, and today what we're going to talk about is a technique in coaching called keyword backtracking. Now, where does it come from? Well, in its origins, at least how I was introduced to it, it comes from the technology, if you will, of neuro-linguistic programming. So it's in our speaking, and how we use it in coaching is twofold. Number one is it's one way to make sure that everyone involved in the conversation is of agreement on what was really said. And secondly, and this is where I use it at a higher level, I think from a coaching perspective, is that I keep track of the words that people are using as they're dialoguing with me in the coaching conversation. And based on those words, it gives me an opportunity to go back and say, hey, a few minutes ago I heard you say this. Now, tell me what you mean by that. Because one of the things we find, and as in the life of a real estate agent, they can go from the heights of glory to the depths of depression in all of about 3 seconds with a phone call. And that's typically when they reach out to you as a coach, is that when they're in that emotional state and they're just letting it all out, I'm capturing what they're saying so that I can come back around and, quite frankly, backtrack to it. So in my coaching manual, if you will, not manual, it's my journal where I keep track of all my coaching conversations. What you might find interesting is that if you were to read back through here, I'd be under client name and date of the call, and then there's just a lot of words. And what I'm doing is I'm capturing the words they're using in the conversation with me as the client and me as the coach, and I'm coming back around to it. Now, what's the value of that? Well, what we're able to do is take from the emotional state what's happening for them and bring it back around to a logical spot where they can then take action that moves their business forward. I don't know if that makes sense, and yet it really works so powerfully. And that is, in that emotional state, there's a lot that's said, and underlying all of it, their words that are being used from the client become such a great clue to what they really desire in, whether it's their business or in their life, whatever I'm coaching them, and that I can bring them back to that. And when I get that clarity for them and help them find it, because again, it's all about them finding their clarity, I can then move them forward. That's that concept of keyword backtracking. Now, it does come, again, I was introduced to it first from being certified in neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, which is another way you've heard that talked about. There's a great book that I've read called NLP at Work, and from there's some really wonderful insights on how to become more effective in our communicating with our coaching clients, and your example, or our example here for CRB, with our agents, and helping them move forward to what it is they say they desire. So I trust that helps for today's episode of Coaching Corner. I'm Darren Kittleson. Thanks for watching this.